Hi everyone, hope you're doing really well. My name is Cesar Zinyan and I'm a fitness and energy coach. And today I want to talk to you about failing. So, are you going to interviews and failing? Are you applying for jobs that you want and you keep failing? So, the job you want to get is just not happening. Is that where you are right now? And I've been there, I've experienced it. I spent 6 years looking for engineering work, hundreds of applications, hundreds of hours of searching for jobs, going to interviews, getting rejected. I know what it feels like. And I also know that desperation of wanting that job, that need, that the anger, the frustration, the bitterness that rises up inside you is all real. And I also know that it starts questioning you, it starts making you question yourself. Am I good enough? Deep down, you know you're good enough because you've worked hard to get there. You've got the same qualifications as friends who maybe have who studied with and who've succeeded getting jobs as your peers. Maybe you've got a lot more experience, and it's just not happening. And each rejection is just it's creating all those negative emotions and feelings and thoughts inside you, and it's making you question if you are good enough, if you should even be there. Are you dumb? Are you stupid? All these things start coming up. And I want you to take a step back and think about how all of that is affecting when you do go to interviews. So there are two things I want you to look at: your thoughts. So what are you telling yourself? If you are telling yourself you're not good enough, or you're thinking, well, I'm just going to fail, so what's the point of being here? Or any of that, it could be so many different things going on. All of that's going to affect how you come across in your interview. It's going to affect your body language. It's going to affect how you answer questions. The other person is going to pick up on it. And it might not be consciously that they're picking up on it, but subconsciously they will pick up on it. Like, I'm sure you've spoken to someone who maybe you know that they're good at what they do, but they lack confidence, or they feel that they're not good enough. And so when they're talking to you, you don't quite believe what they're saying, or you don't feel, I don't know, excited by what they're saying. It doesn't feel right. And there isn't that confidence in what they're saying. And you can pick up on that. So be aware of what thoughts are going through your head. And one really good thing you can do before you go into an interview is tune to positive thoughts. Emotions are going to come in a bit later. So tune into your positive thoughts. So think of something that makes you feel, or makes you realize that you're good at what you do. So think about skills that you're good at. So this can be things like, it can be anything, skills that you know you are good at and that you are better at than most people. Yeah, so something that makes you go, yes, I'm great at that, and I'm confident at that, and I'm awesome at that. And tune into those thoughts and tell yourself those positive things. And it's kind of like that weakness and strength question that they ask in interviews. So think about your strengths and really tune into that, and really embody that positive, these positive thoughts of, yeah, I'm really good at this, and it doesn't need to have anything to do with the job you're applying for. So they could be any skills. Really tune into that, feel that confidence that having those thoughts makes you feel. And that brings me on to emotions. So what emotions are you feeling when you go into interview? If you're going in there with desperation, with, I don't know, frustration, anger, bitterness, all of that's going to, again, affect your body language, affect how you answer questions, affect your confidence. So if the interview asks you a question and you don't know how to answer, and you know those stupid questions they ask in interviews, if you are coming from that place of all those negative emotions, and it makes you feel rubbish, and you feel that you shouldn't be there, or you don't feel confident, then how are you going to answer that tricky question? It's just going to like knock you off even more, and everything that you're feeling is just going to become bigger inside you, and the other person is going to pick up on it. So another thing you can do is, again, it's about tuning into the positive emotions. So think of something that makes you feel really confident, and really tune into it. So for me, it's driving. I love driving. I'm probably way overconfident about my driving, but I know I'm great at it. I know I'm better than most people at it. And when I think about driving, I feel confident. I feel more powerful. I feel that I can do anything, and that will affect how my body language is, how I feel, and what I'm putting out. So I want you to think about an experience, or come back to skills. What skills do you know you are awesome at, and really tune into that moment, or tune into that skill, or tune into whatever it is that makes you feel amazing. And if you need to close your eyes for a few minutes and really not even a few minutes, you can do it for a few seconds, but really visualize yourself doing that thing. Or if it's like an experience you had where you felt absolutely amazing, tune into that and really allow those feelings to really fill your entire body, so that when you go into that interview, you are feeling confident, you are feeling powerful, you are feeling that nothing can stop you doing what you are going to do. And the other person's going to pick up on that. I mean, the interviewer wants to see you being confident, that you know what you're doing. And if you don't know what you're doing, you know how to figure it out. They want someone who they can believe is capable of doing the job. And I've been on the interviewer side. So when I was interviewing, that is what I was looking for. I was looking for someone who could do the job, who was easy to work with, who was a nice person to be around, who I thought was capable of doing the job and capable of training if they didn't know part of it. And that's what I want you to think about. And think about your thoughts, think about your emotions, tune into something that makes you feel fucking amazing. It makes you feel confident, makes you feel like nothing can stand in your way. Retune into your warrior power and go into the interview with that energy, because it will make you feel different. Your body language will change, how you answer questions will change, and what the interviewer will pick up will be different. So yeah, those are my tips for today. And if you are really struggling and you're failing consistently, take a step back, look at what's happening internally. And if you do want to have a chat with me, you can just message me and I'm happy to have a chat. And tomorrow I am going to talk about whether you are really chasing the right dream, or are you going for what you think you should be doing. So that is another topic for tomorrow. But I want you to remember that you are awesome and to have an amazing day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.